Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook.
So one of the things that I'm sure, Jayvon, you've seen has been a big part of this story, people making the point that, at least in the photos that we initially saw, that Nolan was the only African-American kid who was out there, at least on that boat. Do you think, having been there on the island with this large group of people, that race plays a factor in whatever happened here?
Again, I don't want to answer that question.
If you can't answer that question right there, I don't think you should be taking interviews with anybody. I feel sorry for this child because it's not his fault. His parents shouldn't have let him take this interview, you know? Shouldn't have put him in a position where you have adults who could intellectually bully him. They know that this child right here, Jayvon Williams, doesn't understand race, doesn't understand the history of his people, white people in America, any of that. And they put him out here to take this interview. I don't think that was right. It's not really his fault. He's only 17. I blame his parents. But maybe his parents have the same mindset, but this thing has turned into a big spectacle. And you have him out here. They ask him that basic question. And either he can't answer it, he don't get it, but he gets it. That's why he said he didn't want to answer it. He's 17, he lives in Mississippi. He's either black or biracial. In Mississippi, that would be an N-word regardless. But no knock on him if he is scared. You know, I get it. No knock on him if he is scared. But that's why I don't think that his parents should have let him go out here. And they put him on this platform like this to answer these questions in a serious situation like that. You know what these people are going to do. You know what they're going to ask. I don't think that was right.
Jayvon, have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away, for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into the altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in the altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it. So,
describe that. That's kind of interesting. What was that about?
He was just very hostile. Like he was just like really like mad. Like they were just trying to, like the parents on that boat were trying to get him out.
I'm curious if the police have. I know they said they're still investigating. Did any investigators ever speak to you about what you saw that day?
No, sir.
Really?
Okay.
Cops have not talked to you yet.
No, sir.
That's odd.
I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like, you know, like I had said my plea, like, because whenever I had talked to the people at Sunheard, it was whenever, you know, the body was discovered and the autopsy people and all those people were there.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because you knew Nolan well. And you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before his body was found. And I would think they would at least want to know, hey, just the things we're asking.
Right.
You know, did you ever hear of any of this stuff? It's odd to me.
Just to gather information.
Yeah, that the cops wouldn't have contacted you. Yeah.
You see, his parents shouldn't let him do that. He doesn't understand why the police should have spoke to him. He said, I don't see why. See, that's a kid right there. You know what I mean? His parents should not have let him go on any platform because he can't take these things back. He pretty much is doing nothing at all to help this situation. He's not bringing any light to it. He's not making anything clear.
And that's fine. Like, I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, I have nothing to hide. Like, that's my boy, and I want him to find justice. Like, that, like, this whole case thing, like, whatever, like, this whole situation, and none of this adds up to me. So, like, it's really hard, like, for...
That was kind of weird to me to say, I have nothing to hide. I'm okay with that. Not saying it means anything. I don't know what it means. Just kind of weird to me that somebody's best friend, you know, is speaking almost like a possible suspect. I have nothing to hide. This was your best friend. You know these people. What you mean? You know, just kind of, again, like I said, this is why his parents shouldn't have let him come out here talking to an adult or talking to adults doing interviews about such a serious matter. They shouldn't have did that to this boy. Now he's out there and people have to respond to him like he's an adult.
Like people to just like keep on saying things when like none of it adds up, honestly.
So one of the things that I'm sure, Jayvon, you've seen has been a big part of this story, people making the point that, at least in the photos that we initially saw, that Nolan was the only African-American kid who was out there, at least on that boat. Do you think, having been there on the island with this large group of people, that race plays a factor in whatever happened here?
Again, I don't want to answer that question. I wouldn't say like, yeah, I wouldn't want to answer that question. I mean, obviously we go to Ocean Springs, we're going to have white friends. So like, that's, I mean, I guess it's pretty normal down here, but.
At a young age, knowing how to tap dance around these questions already. See, because he understands, but he's scared. You know, also has an inferiority complex. Nobody asked him about friends and all this other stuff. He brought up, you know, listen to him.
Yeah, I mean, and I hear you. If that's, I guess you're saying that it's normal, it's not out of place to be a black teen in that area and that you have white friends, right? That's not uncommon is what you're saying.
I'm sure every black person has white friends somewhere, you know.
Did he ask anything about black people and white people being friends, or black people having friends and white people? He didn't ask that. He asked a question. See, and this kid also sounds a little arrogant with it, man. You know, I don't know. He's saying simple. No, that's not what he asked. This is a serious matter right here. And that's why, you see, I hate to do this because this is a child. He shouldn't have been getting interviewed. I wonder who his parents are.
So I wouldn't say that it's a whole race thing, but it's just like, obviously they're going to paint it as that because none of this adds up.
Yup, you heard that. Them speaking to this boy right here and him speaking, it did absolutely nothing for this situation except make it appear worse. You know, the white people are going to take advantage of him. This whole thing is a spectacle. He's on TMZ. They're going to use things that he says. They can call him back later, I'm sure, and he'll say completely, oh no, this is not about race. Actually, I think that this boy right here, they can get him to say anything. You know, I'm not sure. I bet you his parents act exactly like him. I bet you his parents are just an older version of him, the way he's responding. And it's probably a lot of people out there in that community where they're from. It's predominantly all white. This is why these people don't have to do anything. All this, we demand answers and we request answers. These white people out there know they don't have to do anything. You could look at the type of black people that they're dealing with. You heard this child, Nolan's father. You heard what he said. You hear what one of his friends said right here. And the ones who would actually say something and say what they're supposed to say, they probably better off just falling back because their own people are going to go against the grain. If there were black people out there that lived in that area that wanted to come forward and say what needed to be said and step up, those black people, like the one you just seen speaking, like his parents and others, they would form Voltron against him. So a black person who is aware, you know, that lives out there, they better off just falling back, man, because they're going to have to get through all these biracials and all these black people before they can get anything. You know what I mean? They're going to get attacked from the jump. Just a real messed up situation, man. I wish this child did not have this interview. I hate even saying anything about it, but he's out there like an adult on TMZ being interviewed for a reason. His parents shouldn't have let him do that, but his parents are probably just like him, just an older version. Anyway, people, easy.